I have no idea if this is going to be a good video. No idea. Sandwichly made this video. It's got 2.2k views in 3 days. It's Call of Duty is using this face to save their franchise. And if you look at the thumbnail, I don't know how to just show the thumbnail, but it's Richtofen is the thumbnail. So I'm assuming he's going to be talking about that somehow and talking about the reinvigoration of Call of Duty through that. What headset do I have? Well, this one's broken. It's the DT990 Pro. Is it Bear Dynamic? I can't remember the company, but if you look up DT990, it'll come up. It's very expensive. Mine's broken. I have it taped on the side. It's a whole thing. My headset dilemma is a little interesting right now, but that's a conversation for another day. Let's dive in to this video, and I have no idea what it's going to be about, so.
Call of Duty Zombies is back,
Is
better
it?
than ever. Man, they keep making lousy zombie maps. I'm definitely not buying this Call of Duty until they fix it. But what if I told you we were bringing back someone special? Someone you might
I know where he's going
recognize.
with this.
I guess I'd be interested. How about this guy? What? Take all my money. What you've just witnessed is one of the most downright diabolical uses of nostalgia bait. And in today's video, I will explain why it's either
Yeah, I like videos like this. The editing on this is very fast.
entirely right or entirely wrong. But before I get ahead, I hear some of you asking, who is this guy or what am I talking about? Well, let me introduce you to one of the largest releases.
Wait. Okay, just for funsies here. What in the ADHD? Yeah, it's a little fast of the video, but I mean that's how you need to edit like TikToks these days. Just for the sake of this video, can I pull him up? No, the character he's talking about and the character that he's showing. Let me see if I can just like.
I will explain why it's either entirely right
Does
or
anyone in
entirely
chat-
wrong. But before I get ahead, I hear some of you asking, who is this guy?
Does anyone not know who he is? I'm just curious. Like, being completely honest, does anyone not know who this is? And I'll continue the video. I just want to see if anyone doesn't know.
Or what am I talking about? Well, let me introduce you to one of the largest releases of 2024, Call of Duty Black Ops 6. That's right, Activision is releasing another annual Call of Duty game, except this one is 10 times more important than its predecessors. It's important because the previous 3 Call of Duty games, Vanguard, Modern Warfare 2, and Modern Warfare 3, have faced extreme scrutiny from their fans. Everyone has their own opinion on these games, but the majority of fans have felt like the Call of Duty magic the franchise once had is no longer there. One of the areas missing that magic has been the Zombies mode. What was once a selling point for the Call of Duty games has been receiving less attention and producing projects fans don't know what to do with. Vanguard came with a Zombies mode, which had the worst reception at launch Zombies has ever had. Modern Warfare 3 also featured a zombie mode, but it didn't scratch the zombie mode itch fans had hoped for. It was
Which, by the way, so I'm working on a review for Modern Warfare 3. I think the zombies in Modern Warfare 3 was a good move. By the way, I need 10 more followers on Twitch for 83,000. If you don't follow me, hit the follow button right now. Let's make it happen. I want to hit 100,000 at the launch of Black Ops 6 on Twitch, like over that week. So gotta get the grind going.
Combination of open world elements and zombies that some players enjoyed, but it was too different from the traditional zombie formula for some players like myself. So with Black Ops 6 announced and a more traditional zombies mode being confirmed, fans are stoked for the new mode. What's making these fans even more excited is the marketing for the game. Zombies director Kevin Drew shared some exciting gameplay and trailer footage about a map named Terminus. Fans like myself exploded with joy and other synonyms of happiness because he said all the right things. The promise of old fan favorite traits of zombies returning to the mode is precisely what I wanted to hear. In fact, things got better when Treyarch released the Terminus gameplay trailer on August 8th, 2024. Fans saw what Kevin Drew was hyping up and experienced a sneak peek for themselves. So once again,
do you guys want to see something weird? This is like complete side note, but I mean, when you watch my second channel, this happens all the time when we watch videos. I saw something the other day and I found it interesting and I want to show you. If I go to the Call of Duty YouTube channel and I want to have a look at their trailers here. I want you to just look at some numbers here. So, I mean, we have Modern Warfare 3 mixed in here, but if we go beta trailer, it has 184,000 views. We have the Area 99 map, 150,000 views. Most Wanted level playthrough, almost 700,000 views. Terminus cinematic, 1.4 million views. Like, these are all like completely reasonable numbers. Round-based zombies trailer, 7.4 million views. So that's pushing the level of like what I don't think is reasonable for these. Reveal trailer, 58 million views. Okay, you know what? If it went viral, maybe, but I think they paid for promotion on this. Truth Lies trailer, 19 million views, possible for a reveal trailer. Like, all of these things, all of these numbers, I think are possible, right? Now, here is the one that I don't think makes sense. Where is it? The Replacer Returns. 10 million views on this. Like, and then 3.2 million views. Every single one of the, like, these Replacer ones. Like, so we have 10 million views, 3.2 million views, 3.1 million views, 3.1 million views. And then the rest of them, this one has 68,000, 40,000, 35,000. So anyway, the reason why I'm saying this is it is very, very clear that they are paying for views on these, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, it's marketing, they can pay for it. But it's very clear that on this video, they paid for 10 million views. On this video, they paid for 3 million views. On this video, they paid for 3 million views. And on this video, they paid for 3 million views. Because we're getting 3.1, 3.1, 3.2. And I don't think you're going to pay for like 200,000 views. So I really do believe they paid for 10 million. I don't know. Just something I noticed, wanted to point it out. Anyway, their collab videos, I understand that they're collab videos, but they're not naturally going. It's just not a video that's going to get 3 million views. It's just not. Like, I've done YouTube for long enough, so I just know. Anyway.
Again, I'm sure I have you baffled. You're probably asking where this face I mentioned at the start of the video fits into the picture. On that cue, let me introduce you to the second map featured in Black Ops 6, Liberty Falls. Now, I'd be lying if I said I knew Liberty Falls was—
Yeah, so that's another thing. The Ural Mountain map is coming back in Call of Duty Mobile. That is true, and honestly, I don't play Call of Duty Mobile, so I don't really care, to be honest with you, but I'm
this
glad
map
that
is
they're
supposed to
using
be
it.
the little brother to Terminus and did a tremendous job of falling under my radar. Treyarch may have come to a similar conclusion and decided that the marketing for this map needed to pop. They needed something that would break the Call of Duty side of social media, so they cooked up one of the best cinematics in Call of Duty history.
I actually agree with this. This is one of the best cinematics in Call of Duty history. I do agree with that.
The cinematic shows fan-favorite character Richtofen experiencing a nightmare before waking up to an outbreak within his facility. The cinematic continues to show Richtofen using another beloved weapon named the Wunderwaffe DG2 to eliminate some zombies before an evil bluish-purple mist grabs him. The cutscene is one of Treyarch's best creations, and COD zombie fans were hyped. This Liberty Falls map looked like it could be the real thing, with an iconic character like Richtofen returning, the Wunderwaffe, and the Purple Mist Sam as a villain. Everything was lining up to be perfect. That was until August 28th, 2020.
Dude, am I in all of these zombie videos? Like, literally every single one that I watch, I'm in.
When COD Next happened. COD Next is an event where content creators are invited to an in-person event where they can play the new Call of Duty early.
Which, by the way, I'm not doing this on purpose. I said
COD
that
Next
last time.
featured early access to the multiplayer and Liberty Falls map. Fans saw their favorite content creators play this exciting new zombies map. The only problem is that the map wasn't exciting. As someone who watched the COD Next stream live, I can only give you my opinion of what I saw. The two adjectives I would use to describe it are bland and unoriginal. To quickly explain, the map Liberty Falls is set in is extremely basic and has no personality. It just looks like a multiplayer map. In fairness, certain aspects of the map were disabled because they wanted to maintain some air of mystery. Due to this, it's unfair to pass any final judgment on the map and write it off. However, some fans are asking questions about the marketing for the map. Why is one of the best cutscenes we've ever seen in Call of Duty Zombies history paired with such a bad map? Is it possible Treyarch is using Richtofen as some get out of controversy card in this situation? Well, I will present all the facts.
Okay, I have an opinion on this. We'll get to it by the end of the video, but I disagree with if that is
the first logical hurdle we must tackle is character selection within the new Zombies universe. If you're unfamiliar with Call of Duty's history, the Zombies mode began in World at War in 2008
starting to settle
and has
into this
continued
video.
to the
I'm liking
present
it.
day. Over nearly 16 years, there have been a lot of changes and developments within within this mode, and one of the most critical areas of that is found in its characters. The original crew that Call of Duty fans became attached to were Nikolai, Tank Dempsey, Takeo, and Richtofen. Each of these characters had distinct personalities, which showed through their voice lines after kills, mocking one another, and other interactions within the zombies map. As the years progressed and more maps were made, this squad's journey would inevitably end. No fans were excited about it, but just like when you see your favorite hero die, it's gut-wrenching and emotional, but it's a part of the hero's story. The end of this
completely agree with that.
Squad occurred on September 23rd, 2019, when the map titled Tag der Toten was released. This map brought the original story of Call of Duty Zombies to a close. I mean, this thing is nearly impenetrable. All of the characters' spirits, universes, and enemies are trapped in a realm called the Dark Ether, in which nothing can escape. The only two things that made it out are a girl named Samantha and a boy named Eddie, which is a younger version of Richtofen.
They did a good job with the story,
Treyarch created within Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, and things haven't gone so smoothly. Treyarch opted for—
Hold up, by the way, I know I'm not like a zombies expert or anything like that, but how cool would the story be for like Black Ops 6 if the entire point of it was resummoning the old crew? Just saying.
A new route when creating characters for the zombie mode experience. Now, players experience the game through the eyes of operators. These operators are just skins you can purchase in the shop, and they all have very basic voice lines that don't impact the gameplay in the slightest.
I'm a black guy, my name's Call of Duty.
In fact, if you're an old Zombies fan who's used to your character chiming in occasionally, the lack of any characterization is likely off-putting. Is this decision entirely on Treyarch? It's unlikely. Operators were a new—
So I think what they have done here is necessary for multiple reasons. Like, I truly do believe that they need to have the operators be in zombies and you to be able to use them. And the fact that they're having a base crew, and I'm sure he's going to talk about this, is good. The fact that you can choose those operators and hear those voice lines, I think that's the perfect medium for that, where you can either use your operators that you've paid for and got, or you can use the crew that it makes the story better. It kind of gives you the best of both worlds.
Newer addition to the Call of Duty franchise when Cold War was released. I'm sure some of the higher-ups at Activision wanted to maximize monetization and keep the Call of Duty experience consistent. Credit to Treyarch for trying to amend this through varying voices over the radio like Weaver, Dr. Peck, and Major Carver. The only problem is these voices don't provide enough of a substitute for the original. And within Black Ops 6, it seems Treyarch was able to get their way. The map Terminus has been confirmed to have a set crew of characters with personalized voice lines and interactions.
There's
just
by the way.
one slight problem. In the marketing build-up for Black Ops 6, they released the intro cinematic for the Terminus map, and unsurprisingly, people weren't moved. Commenters were more excited about a set crew for the map and the mention of Richtofen's
I kind of disagree with this. I did like this cutscene
name than anything else. The lack of any reaction to the characters point to a larger overall issue within modern zombies, and it's a recurring theme: personality. Within some of the greatest Call of Duty zombie maps, there's a common trait. Each map oozes a distinct trait that leaves an impression on the player. A map like Shadows of Evil has such a noir-inspired theme that's unique to the map.
Theme.
Even a map like
Theme is a great word for it. Each map has a theme, where Liberty Falls doesn't. And does Terminus? Kinda island, I guess you could say.
Buried, which is set in an abandoned underground western town, sends haunting chills down its players' spines. The contrast is apparent when comparing these maps to some of the more recent releases.
It's a good
maps
point.
Released
This is
in
a good
Cold
point.
War, like Mauer der Toten and Forsaken, are set in the same locations in which the campaign occurs. So when Zombies players experience these maps, the traditional militaristic style is baked into the map. That militaristic style hasn't been in Zombies for quite some time, and it takes away from the more enjoyable shoot-'em-up aspects of the mode. In fact,
do agree
the
with
only
this,
map
by the
within
way.
Cold War that received positive to mediocre reception from all aspects of the Zombies fandom was Mauer der Toten because it tried. The map is set in East Berlin, and the dark mood of the map combined with the fire everywhere gives the map a bit of personality. However, it doesn't save the rest of this game from feeling like a mission. With commentators speaking to you like this is SEAL Team 6, and your operator speaking like you're part of SEAL Team 6, you're going to feel like you're playing as SEAL Team 6. And continuing on, look at the zombie mode within Modern Warfare 3. The whole premise of zombies within the game
Which
is a
again,
group of
I am fine with this mode. It's a different mode. Now, they did link the stories, but I'm fine
and
with this mode.
soldiers working under the title of Operation Deadbolt to contain the threat within a zone where zombies have broken out. Once again, it's not really helping Call of Duty dodge the militaristic allegations.
What do you think about
military?
the allegations?
Is it true?
Is it true?
But how does this affect Liberty Falls? If Terminus is supposed to fix everything and provide the story and characterization the fans want, why will Liberty Falls be any different? As I mentioned earlier, Liberty Falls gameplay was nothing to get excited about as a Zombies fan. If anything, it showed a bit of regression. To my surprise, Treyarch made the decision operators would be the primary characters of the map, another odd decision by Call of Duty when they were clearly
Okay, do you want to hear something weird? And I don't know this for sure, but I'm pretty sure the base crew for zombies are going to be operators in the game. So all of your characters like Weaver, let's just use Weaver as an example. I believe Weaver is going to be an operator who you can play as in multiplayer and zombies, which means if you can select operators for Liberty Falls, you're probably going to be able to select Weaver for this map, which is weird because he's on a completely other area of the world at this point. Like he's on Terminus Island, and if you can select him for this map, it doesn't make any sense. See what I'm saying? It's like a small detail, but like
making steps in the right direction, but they are taking steps backward for just this map alone. It's confusing.
And by the way, it is just this map that doesn't have a select crew.
Similarly, I found it odd that a wonder weapon Zombies fans are familiar with called the Jet Gun made an appearance. This weapon has been memed into oblivion for being one of the best and worst weapons to ever exist, and fans have joked about a fixed version returning in a future game. So let's do an entire rundown. Terminus is a map advertised to fix the core problems Zombies fans have had with recent releases. It's supposed to be the beacon of hope for the future. On the other hand, Liberty Falls seems to fall right back into the same problems that have plagued modern zombies for the past 4 years. It's the map that gets the amazing cinematic with fan favorite character Richtofen and an updated version of the jet gun. So I think it's undeniable that Treyarch pulled all the stops and in their meeting went, yep, gonna have a tough time selling this one. Let's just throw some Richtofen and the jet gun in this one and hope they don't notice. Is it wrong?
See, I disagree with this.
It's really up to you. Personally, I feel this entire situation hints at a more profound struggle in the zombie sphere within Treyarch and Activision. Kevin Drew and company just want to make excellent zombie maps and tell the story they have in their talented creative minds. Meanwhile, Activision is worried about selling the mode and ensuring there are easy and basic experiences for zombie fans who like Warzone and multiplayer to step into, which almost feels insulting to the core of zombies. Do you see this map? Yeah, it's on the moon. This map? Yep, it's in a war-torn Stalingrad with dragons. Look at this map. It's set in Alcatraz in some demon dimension. How about this map set in reality on the brink of collapse with giant aliens flying through space? I think you get my point. Activision, let the developers cook. Because when you let them cook and make maps like the ones I pointed out, you will make more money.
Yeah, so I agree with that. You do need the game to be approachable. And quite honestly, I think that was one of the problems with Modern Warfare Zombies, is it actually really wasn't approachable. It wasn't a game mode that you could just really go into solo, know nothing, and excel. You couldn't do the Easter eggs solo. You couldn't beat the worms solo. And I get that they were trying to get you to like kind of work as a crew and meet up with people in game and do that kind of thing, but it just doesn't work, right? I understand what I'm saying? Like it just doesn't, you can't do that. So it needs to be approachable and challenging. It has to be both. And I think the traditional zombies, like what we're going to play in like an hour or so here, probably a little less, is approachable. So as a whole, the zombies needs to be special. It can't just be a militarized area. It needs to have that it factor, which he's right. None of the Cold War maps actually did. None of them. So to see Terminus kind of be more that style is good, but I think they need to take that to the next level. The thing I disagree with is I don't think that they're putting Eddie in there just for no reason. I think he's going to be a major part in the rest of the story. It just so happens that he's linked with the Liberty map, which canonically what they're trying to do, like position him in West Virginia, which I get, but if it's a crappy map, it just, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I don't think they're just doing that just to have him in there for nostalgia bait. I don't think that.